What is up, fellow YouTubers, and welcome back to another KSP video. And in today's video, we are going to be launching our first rocket to Minmus, the second moon of Kerbin. And there's your little cinematic zoom out. And here's the rocket we're going to be flying today. So we can uncouple those little construction things, and off we go. So we're going to be bringing Jebediah, Bill, and Bob with us, and this rocket was a kind of a similar concept to the Duna, like the lander, the Duna rocket, by the way. But yeah, the lander looks a bit similar. The only thing missing is that there's no RCS thrusters and monopropellant fuel tanks strapped onto it. But yeah, when I first recorded this, I kind of got the launching a little bit weird. Like, I went too high at first, and I just kind of had to point down a little bit too early. But yeah, we were able to get in orbit. Well, sadly, I couldn't like time warp during the burn, so it kind of took a while. The first time I tried to do it was kind of a failure, because I completely got the periapsis too low. And I kept like burning when I was time warping to get back to the I totally forgot the name of it. Apoapsis. I totally forgot the name of it. But yeah, when I was trying to time warp to the Apoapsis, I was already burning up. So I just kind of had to like restart the whole thing. But yeah, we can now get our Minmus encounter. And as before, we're gonna have to make a midway flight burn to correct our orbit, or I guess our approach, so we can ignite the engines, start the burn, and just wait. Also, if you guys are new, please leave a like on the video and be sure to subscribe, and also don't forget to turn on that bell so you'll receive a notification for every time I release an upload. And yeah, I should have said that like at the beginning, but I don't know. Okay, so there's our encounter. Doesn't look right, but we can fix it though. So we can do a little bit of a radial out and then a bit of a retrograde. And we'll get that a bit. I want to go for like how should I say this? I want to go for a equatorial orbit. Yeah, I think you guys know what I mean. But so yeah, there's our approach, and as you can see, the incline's a bit off, so we can do a little bit of radio out to fix that. But first we could time warp a little bit, because normally this would take like 18 days, and I don't feel like waiting that long. But yeah, here we are. So we gotta get into a retrograde position to get into our orbit. And we do have to burn off to the side a little bit, because we gotta fix this thing. It turns out it was actually radial in, so my mistake. Alrighty, and then I forgot to turn on the thrust limiter all the way. Then, as you're about to see here, is kind of a failure, or not really failure, but you know, not a good orbit. But I could just time warp a little bit to the Apoapsis and just do a small prograde burn. But yeah, here is Minmus. It is the second moon from Kerbin, and it's a little bit different than Amon. It's smaller, and it has like a weird inclination orbit around Kerbin. But yeah. So we are now in a stable Minmus orbit, and all we can do now is find a good spot to land. So I just decided to make a little maneuver node, do a little retrograde burn, and then like a radial in. And yeah, so there's our planning for the thing. And then I completely forgot, since we're like orbiting the direction Minmus is orbiting, the plane's actually going to rotate, so we kind of have to move the maneuver. But it wasn't too big of a deal, so we can time warp, and then we can start our burn. And there we go, we are now heading towards the flatlands. I wanted to land somewhere where it was like more flat because Minimus can have like a lot of mountains, and I don't know, I just wanted to have a nice flat landing place. That didn't sound right. Uh, Flat place to land. There we go. But yeah, one problem I realized is that when I was doing that small burn to slow ourselves down, as you just saw, we're now heading towards a part of the mountain, so I kind of had to burn up a little bit, and yeah, it was perfect enough. So yeah, we can retract the landing gear, slow ourselves down a bit. And you can see our three astronauts. They're quite excited. You can see Kerbin in the distance. Alright. And also, I want to be traveling at this speed because I do have the clip a bit time warped. Not through the game, but like through the whole footage in general. But yeah, we have safely landed on Minmus. And all we can do now is retract the ladder. And as you can see, it was very low gravity. So the Kerbals can just use their EVA, or they can go EVA and then use their monopropellant, or RCS jetpacks. I totally forgot the name of it. And yeah, as you saw, that didn't quite go right with Bob. Yeah, we now have our three Kerbals on the surface of Minmus. And the rocket was like horribly balanced, so I was quite worried about that. I didn't really know what to do because I was looking at the landing strut. But I did fix it later, but the way I did it, actually, we'll get to that. Yeah, we can have Jebediah walk around a little bit. And yeah, we can have him plant the flag. And there he goes. Alrighty. Okay, so yeah, he's demonstrating how low Minmus's gravity is, because you can literally jump and just completely go way past the rocket. Yeah, I did pack a few science experiments with us, but I decided not to use them because this is sandbox mode, and you really can't use any of them. Like, you're not gonna get science points because, you know, it's sandbox. Okay, so yeah, so I figured out how to get the rocket to be stable, and it wasn't that hard at all. I just had to tip it to the center. Yeah, we can get Bill. I'm pretty sure this is Bill. Onto the ship, so we can have him climb the ladder. And there we go, he is on there. And oh, this is Bill. Okay, the other person was Bob, so yeah, my mistake. Yeah, I kind of failed a bit. Slammed his head right into the ground by accident. For some reason it was I was trying to like play around with the RCS and seeing what was like going wrong with it. But yeah, it was getting a little frustrating, so I just decided to have him climb the ladder. Oh boy, what is going on with me? Yeah. Okay, so he is on there. There's our little cinematic zoom in of Minmus going to the rocket. Alrighty, and we are pretty much ready to take off now that we planted our flag, so we can start burning immediately. And as I said before, this planet has no atmosphere, or moon. So as soon as you like begin to burn the engine, you can immediately turn. But yeah, we can make our maneuver node. And as you can tell, the inclination is not equatorial at all. That was something I wasn't thinking about. But yeah, I could have made it equatorial, but it wasn't really necessary. Plus, it could have just been a waste of fuel. I mean, it wouldn't be that big of a problem, because we got a lot of Delta V packed with us. Probably too much. Yeah. So we can time warp to get to the Apoapsis. And we can start burning now. And yeah, it was a pretty small burn. So now we can add our maneuver to get out of the sphere of influence and head back to Kerbin. Just like that. I want our periapsis to like crash down on it. Just like that. Alright. So let's get into our position. Alrighty. And we can time warp. And yeah, you can see the way we're orbiting Minmus. It's kind of weird. But yeah, we can start burning now. Actually burned a little bit early there. Okay, now we can start burning. Yeah, we have that. Alright, not exact, but it'll still work. And the first time I was doing this, I accidentally time warped in the wrong position because I crashed down immediately. I was on the wrong path when I time warped. But yeah, it was kind of frustrating. But I also didn't quick save too, so yeah, that sucked. But yeah, so we can see we're back. We're like on the North Pole of Kerbin right now. So yeah, there's a little nice view. And yeah, we can detach that now, because that's what's gonna be bringing us back. Sorry about that. But yeah, we can time warp a bit and try and get our Kerbals back home. Did I say radial in and out? Oh my god. Okay, I meant anti-normal and regular normal. Yeah, I just realized that. But oh well. Yeah, you can see the command pod burning up in the atmosphere, but we got a heat shield, and it's a pretty strong one, so we shouldn't really have nothing to worry about. But yeah, we can see the command pod returning into the atmosphere. Trying to see where that one rocket went. Oh, there it is. You can see it. But yeah. So we can no longer see the stars because of the high carbon emissions. I'm just kidding. That would be cool though, if they had like, if there's like cities in this game, and they like produce carbon emissions. I mean, I'm not saying that's a good thing. Like, I don't know. Just maybe like, you know, just want to see what would happen to like the whole planet if there was like too much carbon dioxide. But I don't know. That's kind of dumb. But yeah, looks like we are gonna time warp, because this could take a while. And we'll release our parachutes once we reach 2,500 meters above the atmosphere. And there we go. Did I say above the atmosphere? I don't know what's going on with me. But yeah, we can fully deploy the parachute. And yeah, off we go. And you can tell we're going like 54 meters per second. I think, no, that says 15. But yeah, when we hit the water, actually here, I'll let you see it for yourself. The heat shield literally broke off. But yeah, I guess we could have added a couple of extra parachutes to the side. Yeah, that should have done the job, but yeah, it wasn't too much big of a deal. But yeah, so I guess this is gonna wrap up this video. If you are new to this channel, as I've said like a few minutes before, please subscribe to this channel and also drop a like on the video. And if you haven't already, please turn on that bell so you'll receive a notification every time I release an upload, and I'll see you in the next one.